Greetings, Earth here. Just checking out what my rambunctious celestial cousins are up to so I can let you know what is about to go down. Looks like the House of Taurus is going to be invaded during the second half of April and most of May. That should be interesting, since the House of Taurus takes care of my natural resources such as gemstones, metal ores, water, land, and food, along with financial resources such as money and banks. Fortunately, my cousins' behaviors are somewhat predictable. Let me give you the scoop so you can prepare yourself. First, spin the celestial clock to April 18, 2024, when Uranus and Jupiter team up for the first time in 14 years, this time at 21 degrees of Taurus. You can bet your sweet ass that these two are going to go batshit crazy to make the most out of their once every 14-year reunion. Uranus has actually been hanging in Taurus's crib for the past 6 years, and Taurus has been complaining to me about it the whole time. You see, Taurus is like an old geezer that chases the kids off of his immaculate lawn. Taurus don't do change well because there's a fondness for stability, predictability, and traditional ways of doing things. Hey Taurus, how's it going?
Uranus is an annoying punk. He keeps messing with my possessions and tinkering with his newfangled gadgets. He keeps changing everything, and I don't like it.
Come on Taurus, take your meds. You know Uranus is like a young geeky rebel that passes through your house every 84 years to upgrade your tech and help you get out of your rut.
Yeah, Taurus. How many times you gonna make taxpayers bail out your banks due to your risky investments? I am implementing this blockchain Bitcoin technology to reduce the amount of corruption in your centralized banking systems.
Jupiter, you've been in the House of Taurus since May of 2023, and you always seem to have money coming out the wazoo. You gonna splash some cheddar on Uranus's Bitcoin blockchain tech?
Hell yeah! I've been helping Bitcoin flex ever since I strolled into the House of Taurus. Uranus and I are gonna make Bitcoin pop.
Okay, you guys are popping Bitcoin, and I know I've been belly aching to Uranus about helping Taurus manage the agricultural sector. My forests are getting cut down like a B-rate slasher movie, and the water supply is getting drained like a kegger at a frat house. And the pollution from these colossal, horribly overcrowded corporate farms raising cows, pigs, and chickens is giving me a nasty rash.
I have several initiatives to replace animal meat and dairy products such as plant-based meats and dairy substitutes like hamburgers, sausages, alternative milks and almond-based cheeses. We are also tinkering with 3D printed food technology that can make things like high-end steaks that look and taste like the real deal, with no slaughtered cows. Jupiter is going to expand these projects with his good luck and optimism, so expect to see some new innovative, non-meat restaurants and food products.
Okay, you get a free move for that. What about growing food in a rapidly changing climate? Human activity has stuffed up my atmosphere to the point I'm running a rampant fever. Any crops gonna survive?
Agriculture is becoming more challenging, so we are leveraging genetic engineering innovations to make crops like wheat and rice more resilient to climate changes. This will keep a lot of people from starving to death during severe weather years.
You better make it tasty and safe or we are not going to eat that shit.
Uranus, I've seen you digging up my metal ore resources like a dog scratching for a bone. Do you need those things for your high-tech gadgets?
We are trying to figure out how to make sustainable electricity, which requires metals. Some metals work better than others. The current processes for making electric car batteries are but ugly, but now that Jupiter has arrived, I think we are going to slay it with some newsworthy, major breakthroughs in materials science tech for electricity.
If you keep using toxic, flammable materials, we are not going to buy that shit either.
Oh my god, is that a sex shop over there in the House of Taurus? I guess it makes sense since Taurus is all about sensory experiences. Taurus likes things to look, sound, smell, taste, and feel great. Uranus, maybe you should stay out of there. If all the guys start wearing VR and tossing their jizz into a robot, they're not going to be any more kids. So many countries are already in demographic collapse from the lack of baby making. Without any human children, I'm going to end up with a Planet of the Apes situation. Let's spin the celestial clock forward to April 29th, when Venus, the planetary ruler of Taurus, first enters the House of Taurus. As the goddess of beauty and relationships, she has big plans for relationships while on her home court. So I will make a separate video about her hookups in Taurus. For now, let's focus on Team Uranus and Jupiter's disruptive initiatives. Okay, skip ahead to May 7th, 9 p.m. Central Time, when the Sun and Moon align at 17 degrees of Taurus. This new moon will help plant the seeds of new ideas and initiatives into human consciousness, so more humans will have a desire to jump into the fray. It is a moment of new beginnings in the House of Taurus projects. These projects will be heavily promoted and newsworthy over the following couple weeks because on May 13th, the Sun and Uranus will team up at 23 degrees of Taurus. The Sun will provide a radiant, glowing platform for Uranus to promote his innovative initiatives, which will attract more people to the cause. 5 days later, on May 18th, the Sun and Jupiter will align at 27 degrees of Taurus. This time, the Sun will provide a platform for Jupiter to promote any major breakthroughs and provide the Jupiter bump funding for projects Jupiter feels the most optimistic about. Finally, on May 23rd, the full moon will occur with the Sun at 3 degrees of Gemini, while the moon is at 3 degrees of Sagittarius. Although the Sun has left the House of Taurus, it will still communicate about these new initiatives. People realize that their lives have been changed over the past couple months, and now they need to grab the new opportunities and proceed to overcome any challenges that lie ahead. The Uranus-Jupiter conjunction in Taurus is an exciting time for new initiatives regarding the use of my resources to improve the food supply, sustainable electricity, and financial systems. Individual humans should also be on the alert for new opportunities regarding their own resources, since depending on when you were born, you may be getting the Jupiter bump as well. That's that for this video. See you in the future.